So hello, welcome back. Welcome to another not Assetto Corsa video. We're going to be here looking at Flight Simulator. And I'm not just looking at Flight Simulator, we're still going to be doing something very much sim racing. Obviously I'm taking a break from sim racing. Obviously I've got this shoulder issue that I'm getting some physio for. But I'm going to try and do as my physio has asked and to abstain from doing any physical activities, whether it's calisthenics based training or doing any sim racing. I know it's crazy, but she says unless I stop doing what I'm doing, the shoulder's just never going to get any better. So I thought now's the time just to take some time out. I've got 4 months or something like that before ACC actually comes to Series X, and in the meantime I've been out, bought myself a flight stick. Obviously we've got the new Series X, we've got a new monitor. I'll sort of leave all that sort of filming in the background while you're looking at. I'll show you all the stats for my monitor that I bought. The Thrustmaster HOTAS, definitely something that I've wanted to get involved with ever since I knew Flight Simulator was coming to Series X, and it does look really good. I've not actually played it on a full connection yet. I'm literally doing a hotspot from my mobile phone. Thankfully I've not got any sort of restrictions on my data usage, so I'm just using my phone really to see online. So whether this is a good experience of Flight Simulator, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, as you can see in the top left corner, I've chosen the A.a.5 for this flight. I've never flown it in my life. I spent ages over the last 2 days, I think, each evening trying to learn how to fly these things, planes I mean. Not something that comes natural for me. But really enjoying putting the time in. Definitely, if you've got this game or if you're thinking of getting it, you need to spend time learning how to take off, how to adjust things, what the various dials on the display are telling you and what you need to do to adjust that. But for this, I'm just going to sort of not heed any detail to do with the flight, and we're just going to go to a destination, which you can see I've got here, and we'll do a little bit of information regarding various circuits. So as you can see, we're in Australia, and obviously people will know my favourite circuit. Obviously we can see it just there, Bathurst, so not too far from Sydney, and it took me a while to find the circuit even. So hopefully when we come back in, we'll go to Bathurst little airport over here, and I'll just see if I can actually make out on the map here the actual circuit itself, because it took me ages to find it, and then gradually you can sort of piece together the main circuit. So from the sky there, let's just zoom in here because I've found it now. Obviously you've got Bathurst centrally and you've got Mount Panomara down the bottom. So if we zoom in, this is the pit straight, and then we come down the long back straight through the first right-hander, coming up through the mountain section, up through the village I think it's called, down through the skyline, through the corkscrew, and then down through a lot of treeage, foliage. I don't really notice so many trees. And then the sharp right-hander through Farmer's Bend, something like that. And then down, I think it's the Conrod Straight, through the Chase. I think that's right. Oh yeah, with left-hander, just through this fast left-hander, through the Chase, and then back round to do another lap. So yeah, let's see if I can put a waypoint or something. There we go. set that as the arrival. I don't really know how to set like an waypoint. And we'll set off from this runway. Departure. That should be it. It's good to go. I'll just give a little shout out to the guys on SOP as well, SOP Motorsport, that have been doing a lot of footage for races in the ACC series on console, PC. I watched one of their races at the weekend at Suzuka and it was absolutely phenomenal. 70 drivers on the grid. It was a really good race. Your current bandwidth is too low to properly stream photogrammetry data. So let's ignore that. And let's just go for it. So I'm hoping we've still got the same functionality. There was a problem with some of this. Just a nice little cockpit, isn't it? It's like driving a car in here. That's lovely, isn't it? Oh, I'm impressed with that. But yeah, it's there's been issues with this game not saving when you've set all your presets. So let's just get at it. Turn the brake off. Oh, so don't know what that's doing. That's assigned to something else, and now. So let's try a different aircraft. Don't know why that wasn't working. All the controls seem to be right. So as you can see in the top left corner there, it also shows 60 frames. I've had it running at 120 frames in other games, but this is very labour intensive. So staring at the sky. So we've got some movement. There we go. Not sure which way we're heading. Oh, we're going to go that way then. So yeah, let's go. Oh, straight up. See the concentration on my face. So we get up to a bit of an altitude. Flaps are up. Still look around. Can't particularly see a great deal. Just get up in the air, get some height. And then we should make a move. Try and find, I'm sure it's off over that way, but we'll see if we can see the marker I've placed. It is a bit easier to see. Just come towards the end of the town. Aiming for the hills over there. I do think you can't really see a great deal. You can just see all your instruments unless you're obviously looking down to the sides. I thought the other sort of car or space age one would have been perfect for this. Just looking for it now, it doesn't seem to have been on my map. I'll find it. So full throttle ahead, 80 knots airspeed. I'm just looking for the most giveaway section really, was the start finish straight. We could always have a bit of a dive. Pull up, pull up. Do find yourself sort of leaning as you sort of maneuver the airplane. Sort of come over here, I'm sure. It's a bit of a mountainous section. This has got to be it, surely. I think I could spot like the start finish straight over here. I'm guessing again down. Oh, mayday, mayday. Must be like a little. I don't know why you would have like an oval in your back garden. Surely it's got to be some sort of karting circuit, something. So yes, here we are, Mount Panomara. And you can just see coming up the start finish straight. We'll try and look off to the side as we do this sort of little tour around. So all the paddock there, probably full of cars usually. Down the start finish straight. And then heading from turn 1 all the way down this massive long straight. Heading for the Mount Panomara sign. And just there's just so much foliage. So much trees, you just don't see any of this in the games. I mean, it's very hard to make out the circuit really behind all the trees. I was flying here just yesterday with offline and it's so much clearer. So just coming up through all the mountain section there, I'm probably going to be taking a bit of a left-hander coming through here, because as you can see there, where the Mount Panomara sign is, I'm doing a shit job of flying it here. You see the car just coming up there, that's the skyline. And then we've got down through all this twisty section. And then we've got a really steep left-hander here. And we're coming back down onto the back straight then now. Through the left-hander, through the chase. I can't see a bloody thing. So through the chase and then back round to the start. So along all the pit lane, turn 1. Try and slow it down a tiny bit. Down to turn 2. Heavy on the brake, taking the right-hander, coming up the hill. And then you've got the... seems further up. Left turn. You can see the curbs, can't you? Up through the right hand and then going through all this village section now. Absolutely flat out. Taking that sharp left-hander. Almost scraping the wall. Hugging the wall on the right hand side there. Wheeling the dirt if you dare. Before you come straight over the skyline. Down through the corkscrew. Then down to Farmers Forest Elbow, that's it. And then down this massive long straight. Conrod Straight. Whoa. Be great in an aeroplane where you can actually see out the windscreen instead of this massive propeller in your face. You can't see any of the circuit at all. Like I say, it's cool if you're sort of looking out. You can't see anything really. So yeah, so there's Bathurst. If you've never been to Bathurst, we've just been. Lovely little town. Yeah, so hopefully I'll be back doing some ACC stuff when it comes to console, the Series X console. Obviously we've still got the current version. I would be interested in trying it, but I don't think with the way things are, trying to get this house finished, we're getting there very slowly, but fingers crossed it's done for Christmas. But I'll probably be working over Christmas anyway, but hopefully just after Christmas I'll probably give ACC a try before it gets its full release, just to see it at 120 frames. But I'm hoping for big things once it comes to Series X and it's fully optimised. But until then, I think I'm just going to visit a few of these circuits over the next few weeks while I'm here doing the renovation work. This is something to entertain me on an evening. I had a little fly to Monaco the other day and landed just inside the base, so maybe we'll do that on the next excursion. But it really is a world at your oyster, really, to be able to visit, see some of the sites you've never seen, especially with a full-on connection. I imagine it's amazing. So maybe I should give landing back at the airport a whirl. It's one of the things I've not quite worked out. Where all the airports and stuff are, how to actually properly set a destination flight like we've just done, really, where the next or the last destination is actually an airport and I can actually just land. Oh, so I'm assuming that, there we go, 6 kilometres away, so maybe get a bit of altitude on my way there. As you can see, we're at 3,000 feet just on the altimeter. Just level off. I can give a bit more speed. Just try and lower the nose a little bit. Bringing us down. Just using the trim wheel to do this, if you're interested. Just dropping the trim. Drop the nose a bit. Don't seem to be able to trim any more off. I always seem to go to this view to see the putting my flaps down. Doesn't seem to have any effect. Oh, there we go. That would slow us down. So I'll go back to that view. And there, that's better. I was trying to trim with the wrong button. So you can see there, just lifting the nose up. Trying to get the altimeter or the vertical speed to about level, so I'm not having to use the flight stick at all. You know, you could just have a little look around really while it's flying in a straight line. It is a beautiful place. Definitely a place I'd love to visit. I mean, look how much, it's just vast, huge, just countryside. Really is nice in photographic mode. So let's see if we're getting somewhere near. I think we'll be able to land coming in that way. Just looking off in the distance. I'll give myself a bit of a run round. You can choose to have like the flight sort of arrows to guide you in really. And although I've seen like replay capture, it's just on the PC that they're doing replay capture at the minute. It's using like a different piece of software along with the game. Probably not something that's going to come to console. So I don't even know if I'm landing at the right end of the airport here. So I'll just start on my approach. And just open the flaps. Just to try and slow the aircraft down. Ooh, maybe not kill the engine too much. Fall out of the sky. Still got a bit of distance to travel. So just try and slow the engine right down. I think we should be looking at around 60 knots airspeed, 65 knots airspeed when you're coming in. Doesn't particularly feel like we're going too fast, just 30 knots. Could probably speed things up a bit on the approach. Yeah, and just coming in to land. Having a little look around still. I suppose we ought to get a bit lined up. Drop the airspeed a little bit more. Feels really slow coming in anyway. Just try and get leveled up. I'm really just killing that engine now. we go. Job done. Put the brake on. Come on, right, kill the engine. Shows R being right. There we go. I'm sure we'll stop at some point. Well, there we go. A trip to Bathurst. And a new look at something different. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed that. Please leave some comments in the comment section if you've enjoyed the video. If you're happy to view more, I know we've come away from ACC, and it is the real, it's my real passion, driving. But until I can do that with a physical body that's capable of driving, not doing myself an injury, I really do need to take time out, take ownership of it, and get myself on the mend. But until then, I can enjoy doing a bit of flight simulator. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ciao for now.